Fuck this.
What do I tell my daughter?
You might want to tell her that driving a makeshift rickety vehicle at top speed, downhill, with a lot of hair in your face, might hold you back a lot more than having a vagina would. I mean, if the patriarchy doesn't get her, paralysis will.
Do I tell her that her grandpa's worth more than her grandma?
Unless you're talking about how much old people meat is worth to cannibals on the black market, no. That's fucking creepy, Dad. Hey, little Jenny, just so you know, your grandpa's life is worth more than your grandma's. So when we finally put him in that shady nursing home we've been talking about, grandma's gonna be the first to die from negligence.
The universe is nothing but a misogynistic hellscape, Jenny!
That her dad is worth more than her mom? Do I tell her that despite her education, her drive, her skill...
Hang on a second. Why are these boys so fat? Does Audi expect us to believe two children active enough to build a soapbox derby racer and participate in a soapbox derby race weigh roughly the size of the car they're advertising?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I mean, think about it. The girl is just so slim, blonde, and pretty and determined. Meanwhile, the boys look like fucking Carlos Mencia and the Blob from X-Men Evolution. You know, like in case you need to be reminded by feminists that they think boys are gross.
Do I tell her that despite her education, her drive, her skills, her intelligence, she will automatically be valued as less than every man she ever meets?
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. No. No.
He probably thinks he's empowering his daughter by telling her this shit. But then you have to realize that this is a child. When you speak in scary absolutes like that, one of two things is gonna happen. Either they're gonna see right through you and know you're completely full of shit and gradually lose respect for you over time, or they will take this terrifying information to heart and you will destroy them. And I'm not even talking about growing into a stereotypical feminist. I'm not talking about that. I mean, what if she gives up being a strong, self-sufficient woman altogether and just succumbs to mediocrity and subservience to men? Haven't you fucking thought of that? Our childhood experiences with our parents color the way we interact with men and women for the rest of our fucking lives. So do you understand the damage you are doing by telling this tiny, emotionally volatile knowledge sponge that they are going to be discriminated against for the rest of their fucking lives by half the population because of what they are born with, despite every attempt at being wonderful? Do you understand what that could fucking do to a child? And this isn't just a feminist thing. Black parents need to stop doing it. Mexican parents need to stop doing it. All you motherfuckers in a minority group need to cut that shit out. You are ruining your children. These are complex social issues, and you're making it seem like some Hansel and Gretel type shit.
Like, oh, there's a wicked witch, and they're gonna eat you and kill you because you're just so sweet and special, and they hate you.
Do you see what could go wrong with that?
Or maybe I'll be able to tell her something different.
We don't live in the 50s and 60s anymore, Daddy Woke. You can. There's literally nothing stopping you at all. The entire purpose of an advertisement is communicating to the audience why they should buy this product. That's it. That's like fucking it. And Audi, for some fucking reason, is using feminism to accomplish this. But there's a tiny problem with accomplishing this. Total lack of heart in this ad. It's like there's none. You have a father giving this emotional inner monologue about having to sit his daughter down and tell her the harsh realities of being a female, as his daughter makes a metaphorical race to the finish line against the oppression of the male gender. Great cinematography and great scoring. So why the fuck can't I feel anything? Well, it's simple, because it's grade A fucking bullshit. Women in America don't struggle enough for this commercial to be a thing. If the world was a misogynistic dystopia like Audi wants us to believe, then the girl wouldn't have been in the race to begin with. But not only does the female protagonist outshine everyone, she wins that fucking race with 0 issues. 0 problems. No one stood a fucking chance. And that's where the emotional disconnect begins. Because the outcome is kinda contradictory to the vag-apocalypse that we've been sold. Like, really, Audi, am I really supposed to believe this little white girl is gonna have a really tough life because of her vagina? What do I tell my daughter? That she'll be oppressed her entire life. Oh wait, she won the race. Hey, come on, Jenny, let's go home in our extremely fucking expensive car to our house in the suburbs. Oh, life is gonna be hell for you, Jenny. I mean, the whole time I was watching this, I thought how much better it would be if it was centered around a woman in the Middle East. She lives in a country where it's forbidden for women to drive. She gets her license. She's happier than a fly circling an Ethiopian skeleton baby. She goes to the first dealership opened. She looks around, and the first car that catches her eye is an Audi. She takes all the money she's ever saved, ever, and buys it. She takes it out for a test drive. She's speeding down streets like Fast and Furious, doing stunts, just happier than shit. The wind is hitting her face so strong, her hijab just flies out of the window into the air in a sudden dramatic stylized slow motion type way. The car stops on a dime. We get a close-up of her at the wheel panting. Her face is just twisted in like a combination of like happiness and just freedom and elation, like all these emotions just welling up, and there's tears like just about to fall down. Like she's just so fucking happy. And then it fades to black, and there's an Audi tagline, I don't know, something like Audi driving towards freedom, or Audi drive towards freedom, or Audi drive freedom, or some shit. I don't know. I mean, boom, I came up with a decent ad right there. Another reason why this commercial just doesn't work is that they released it in the wrong social climate. Now, maybe 10 years ago, people would have been easily manipulated by this commercial, but now, when YouTube is just filled to the brim with social justice warrior cringe videos and feminist cringe videos, and all the YouTubers that come out exposing crazy feminists and exposing flawed feminist theory, people have grown up from this shit. People are learning. You do not give people as much credit as you should. They are not as dumb as they were 10 years ago. Even Forbes fucking magazine has debunked the wage gap. You know, that little small little finance magazine, you probably haven't heard of it. And before you say anything, it's not all white men downvoting that fucking video. It's everybody. Everybody. But I have to admit, after watching this ad and thinking about it, I can say with all certainty that this is 10 times better than that creepy ass Mr. Clean commercial. Oh my god, did you see that little ass jiggle when he slid across? Oh god. Oh. Someone actually fucking animated that. Somebody sat down for hours and thought, you know what? We gotta make that Mr. Clean booty jiggle. Ah! I mean, yes, Audi made that commercial with absolutely no regard for facts or logic or anything, but Mr. Clean's ass jiggled. Mr. Clean's ass jiggled. I mean, just, Lord Jesus, deliver unto me a revolver so I can blow my fucking brains out.